With regard to the drug screen today, he advises me that he will not pass the drug screen. Said he was going to be positive for marijuana and meth.
This is absolutely ridiculous. Now you come in here telling me I can't go to jail, Judge, because, I'm going to lose my job and I value my job. I mean, how bad of a problem do you have when you know you're being watched? You're coming in to get sentenced for violating your probation for using meth, and you come in here dirty for meth. That's not my problem. In regard to the matter, then, did you have a chance to go over the resentencing recommendations with Mr. Capel?
I did, Your Honor. There's nothing of a factual nature that we need to address in there. I did talk to Mr. Capel about his payments. He's indicated that he was planning on paying with his taxes. I think he has some financial difficulties.
Buckle up, guys. Today we're diving into a probation hearing that starts off wild and just keeps escalating. Imagine walking into court for a sentencing, fully knowing you'll fail a drug test for meth and marijuana, then trying to talk your way out of jail. The judge's reaction is priceless and sets the tone for what's about to unfold. Keep watching. This is the kind of raw reality you don't see on TV.
Due to being in and out of work, so I think he's trying to catch up on some back bills and putting the court on the back burner, so to speak. Advised him that's not a good idea. Even paying $5 a week would make an impression on the court. So I think he'll try and do better going forward. With regard to the drug screen today, he advises me that he will not pass the drug screen. And
in what respect are we not going to pass?
Said he was going to be positive for marijuana and meth.
Well, I think that's a real good reason, Mr. Capel, to start looking at why you can't make any probation cost payments. You're spending it all on meth. Anyway, go ahead, Ms. Schaub. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Guys, watch how the judge breaks it down with zero sugarcoating. Probation is a privilege, not a guarantee. If you're handed a second chance and blow it by using meth again, there's only so much mercy left to give. Here, you can feel the judge's frustration building as he points out that excuses won't cover up the truth. It's a moment where the system says, enough is enough, Dop.
Your Honor, he was honest with me that he would not pass. I discussed with him where he got it, and he apparently said it was a gift. But obviously, given his circumstances, that was not a wise choice. But he does have a full-time job. If he goes to jail for 15 days, I don't know if that job will be available when he gets out of jail. So I don't know what the court wants to do with Mr. Capel. I don't know how. I had notes prior to his pleading to this that he had been testing clean and doing what he was supposed to do, but apparently he's gotten a little bit off track. I'm hoping the court will give him one more break and not put him in jail today.
Thank you. Mr. Capel, anything you'd like to add?
Yeah, I work at hometown right now. We're reduced to winter hours.
What?
We're reduced hours right now because it's the slow season, so I'm only getting.
This is where the excuses pile up. The lawyer tries to soften the blow, talking about financial struggles and promising better payments, but the judge cuts right through it. He knows exactly where the money's really going, to meth, not court costs. This clash shows what happens when old tricks hit a judge who's heard it all before. You can almost hear him thinking, nice try, but not today.
Like 32-ish a week, so it's like $500 a paycheck, roughly, give or take, after taxes. But I should have enough today for, if not half, majority of the court costs that I owe. Because of 4 seasons, I clocked enough hours, I think. I'm just waiting on the W-2.
Well, Mr. Capel, anything else you'd like to add?
May should go back to regular hours, so I'll have a lot better time.
How long have you been there?
Since July.
And what are you working now then?
What's a rotating schedule? So it's 8 to 4 with Wednesday off. And then the Saturday off for my work camp. And then it's 9 to 4 or 9 to 5 with Wednesday off. And then I work that Saturday 8 to 1. That's if I don't get sent home early. Because we have a high school kid that comes in about 3:30.
Defendant tried to plead for leniency by talking about his reduced work hours. He's hoping the judge will sympathize enough to skip jail time. But his focus is all wrong. He's worried about his paycheck while ignoring that he's on meth while on probation. It's a train wreck in slow motion. A grown man refusing to own up, adding that one more excuse will do the trick.
I usually let him get a couple hours for the end of the day there.
Well, I have some serious concerns here. This was an underlying felony, Mr. Capel. You had 2 charges of assault with a dangerous weapon, felonious assault, felony firearm, reckless use of a firearm, and it was a very troubling underlying situation. In a dating relationship, argument the day before, pushed her on several occasions. Victim and another victim were present in the apartment. You became upset, retrieved a revolver from your bedroom, brandished the revolver, and demanded everyone leave the apartment. That was pled down by the prosecutor's office. You ended up pleading on a domestic violence, an assault and battery, and a reckless use of a firearm, all in misdemeanor court. That you were placed on probation for in January of 2023. Your bond condition, sir, where you were not supposed to be using marijuana or other types of controlled substances that weren't prescribed to you way back in November of 2022. That was put into place. That continued when you were sentenced in January of 2023. In regard to the matter, then, we've had several blips with your probation, and then most recently, what you're being sentenced for today was on September.
Judge reminds everyone exactly who they're dealing with. He lays out the man's violent past, felony assault, reckless firearm use, domestic violence, all watered down to misdemeanors and probation. Despite all those breaks, here he is again, testing positive for meth. The judge connects the dots. Unchecked drug use and rage don't mix well. This is a wake-up call he can't ignore.
20th, you had a positive for methamphetamine. Here we are in January of 2024, and your lawyer's telling me you're still going to be positive. I lowered your payment to $100 a month starting back then in October, and you still haven't made any payments because from what it seems like to me, the money's going out the door. Maybe you've got less hours, but you have not. How do you justify purchasing methamphetamine? You can't. And maybe it was a gift, maybe it wasn't, but now we got September and January on top of everything else going on here. It sounds to me from the behavior that was demonstrated at the underlying charge, you had probably some meth going on that day and an inability to control your anger due to the ingestion of meth. It does not do good things to people. You're lucky you didn't kill somebody that day. 0 days credit. I will hold 10 days in abeyance if you successfully pass a drug screen today at booking. If you don't, you will serve the 15 days commencing immediately. You are still required to attend the divert counseling program. You can continue attending that. So, Mr. Capel, if you can't pass the screen today, you're going to be sitting your 15 days.
And
Can't get a
then
check-in date, so.
No, it's right now.
when you
Right now.
get out of jail, you check in with your probation officer as soon as possible.
Right now, Mr. Capel, you made this bed yourself. Think about it. You got 15 nights to think about it.
Sign, and then he'll take you down to probation.
The courtroom tension hits a peak. The judge calls out the absurd claim that he got meth as a birthday gift, then slams him for failing to follow basic probation rules. It's clear this man isn't a victim of bad luck, he's a victim of his own choices. The honesty the lawyer brags about means nothing when you're blatantly breaking the law. You can feel the decision locking in.
He is going to jail, right?
Yes, he's going to jail either for 5 days or 15, depending on him. So if you test clean, you'll be out in time to go to work on Monday. That key is in your hands. I can't do anything about it. In regard to the matter, that's that. Did you understand your appeal rights then, Mr. Capel?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right.
The judge drops the hammer, pass your drug test, or serve 15 days immediately. She even spells it out. His job might vanish, but actions have consequences. The court has no obligation to protect someone who won't protect himself. You can see. The defendant's face drop as reality finally hits. This is the cold, hard truth about messing up probation twice. This man is headed to jail, and odds are his job won't survive. The judge balanced tough love with public safety and did exactly what needed to be done. Addiction is real, but so are consequences. Some people need rock bottom to wake up. So, was the judge too harsh or just right? Drop your thoughts below. Hit that like button, subscribe for more real courtroom breakdowns, and we'll see you in the next